Oh, happy Thursday. This morning, ooh, excited. I am on that path again. I will say good morning. Good morning is what I'm going to say. I tell you what, I love this life. The lessons that I've learned and all the things that I cannot even comprehend. All the beautiful things that I cannot comprehend, and I don't even know where to start. The human body is actually amazing. So today is marathon number 80, if I'm not mistaken. I decided to just challenge myself and just run a marathon, run 100 marathons. And I think what I'm going to actually do, I am going to keep on doing this until my birthday. So, and it's just one of the most disciplined things that I've had to do in my whole entire life. Yes, one of the most disciplined things that I had to do in my whole entire life. So in this continuation, so what I've actually just done is create my own push-ups and yoga. So I've been doing a lot of push-ups so that I could build my upper body. So every morning I've been doing a lot of push-ups. I will stop every 5 miles, do push-ups and yoga, and continue the runs, and it absolutely blew me away. The human body is very unique, and all of this is actually coming from a spiritual concept. It is amazing to me, the miracle that lays inside of the body. Absolutely amazing. The body is amazing in itself. And we are so afraid of it, we don't even realize. So yes, the body is amazing. That human, look at that beautiful flower, shall I say. That human machine is absolutely amazing. What this thing is made of. I've studied the marathon monks of Shanghai or China. That's how it's pronounced. You can actually Google that and look it up. And the whole thing behind enlightenment becomes some of the things that I got really interested in. The whole thing about who am I, where we come from, and all these noises that we make on this planet, fighting one another. You know, killing and over religion stuff, race, culture, and it just really it allowed me to embrace life. So those things, just wanting to study those things, and is what really led to all this long distance endurance that I've done. And the marathon monks of China, or Shanghai, shall I say, I love the commitment that they put into spirituality. A lot of my upbringing or teaching only deals with the emotional and story side of spirituality. So bringing in the whole body, soul into spirituality, making all be one, is very unique. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with certain belief system because, oh, look at that motorbike. We are all still learning and nobody knows it. Or that's another thing that I always crack me up, for people to think, oh yeah, my way is the only way. No. But I truly believe that if you truly want to seek enlightenment, which a lot of people always talk about, consciousness, you have to put some form of physical activity in it. And it is really funny how when that is questioned in our certain religion setting about health, we get so angry when we talk about health, especially in our Judeo gathering. We get really angry when we talk about health, and majority of the leaders that we look up to, I wouldn't say they live poorly on health, but they have too much energy in their body. And in a sense, that means too much energy in the body, meaning a lot of food that didn't get to be used properly. I view human beings as a plane, because anyone that has traveled on the airplane will realize that before the plane takes off into gravity, there has to be a certain amount of weight in the plane for it to take off. And I'm sure many have traveled before, where when the plane is about to take off, it goes, no, we got to turn around. There's some bags. Even though that bag is just 10 pounds heavier, just 10 pounds lighter more than what we put there before, we always have to take it back. And those sort of things, that's what I like about the whole Eastern philosophy culture, like the Vedas, the Taoists, because they deal with reality. And that reality concept is based on nature. And that nature is who we are. And that's where all this discipline comes from, because once you begin to see yourself in nature, look at that beautiful sky. Once you begin to see yourself in nature, you have no reason to want to judge or control anybody. I've also realized that in our Judeo culture, most of the time, people only help you because of something in return. And in a sense, I mean it, where you rarely see any churches reach out to anybody that doesn't have the same belief system like they do. All our Judeo traditions is pretty much like, well, if you don't believe what I believe in, I cannot help you. Which to me, it doesn't make the world go around, because we're all individual and we all have a sense of our own belief system. So, and those are the things that I get to think of in meditation and logical thinking. So for me, it brings me into the moment always. It isn't all about, because a lot of time we live on a revenge ideology so much. We argue so much about this thing called race. It's just absolutely amazing how we argue so much about it. We want equality, but that same equality, we never practice it. Because most of the time when people say, I want equality, all I have to do is put on the B's and not call my higher self a name and the whole world get messed up. So I look at running or exercising or walking. It isn't an exercise. There is just something about it in the morning. I hear people tell me, oh, I just can't run. I can't walk. And it's a beautiful way to look at life. But I also look at it as nature designed you so that you could do all those things. All you have to do is look at the bottom of your feet and realize that it is designed to put one in front of the other. And that is something that I've come to learn so much about in some of our Western cultures. People just have that, because we're allowed to think so much, so we have that excuse, oh, I'm just not a runner, I'm not a walker. Your body is just designed that way. I've never heard somebody say, oh, I'm not an eater. Oh, I don't want to eat. You see that very occasionally, but to actually say, yeah, I'm not going to eat. I don't think eating is good for me. But anything from moving your feet, everybody claims it's good for them. And another thing that's really funny about the whole situation, a lot of people can't even walk 4 or 5 miles. But always wanted to stay in a situation where they gave you spiritual advice, intellectual advice. So those type of things, it makes you think. So for me, the brain is a unique thing. When you know how to understand the brain, which I think in many cases the brain, being the fact that it's so unique, I probably wouldn't even understand the whole thing about the brain or the mind as long as I'm on this planet. But the little that I can derive on the brain, I tend to drive it. There's certain things that my mind was close to. Look at that beautiful flower. Many years ago. Now when I look at it, it is just so different. Because once you release stress and live life in the moment, a lot of things that we argue about don't even matter. Can you imagine you have to worry about your job, your wife, keeping a roof over your head? Then you have to worry about how you're going to teach people to believe in the way that you want them to believe. And that can be a lot on the mind, because each time you're trying to control somebody, you are actually putting a lot of stress on your body. I admire a lot of people who can come out and speak. Anybody that can speak and share their talent. But I also question a lot of people that talk about, especially running. It is so amazing how... Good morning. Namaste. No. Yeah, it is so amazing how many that talks about, especially long distance running, have yet to even experience running over 10,000 miles. It is really funny how many that talks about running, they don't even look the part of somebody that runs. And each time I look into those eyes, all I see is that control thing. Because sometimes over-endurance in food creates the ability to always want to be in control people. That's just what it is. The ego is, based on the psychology, it's an ego thing, to where we just want to be in control. We think we know it all. And a lot of times when we call ourselves expert or intelligent, it is all coming from that lower self of ours, because when we think on a lower vibration, we think we know everything. Nobody can teach us anything. And that's why a lot of time I just sort of just keep quiet. I do things the way I want to do it. But this beautiful morning, looking at the sky and just coming out, moving these feet in front of one another, and just relaxing. It's really amazing. I never thought the day will come when I would say, yeah, just get up and run a marathon. It is just so funny just to see the potential of the human body, what is actually capable of. Amazing. Whatever you put your mind to, how you can do it. I always look back these days and laugh a lot because I'm like, man, wish I knew this when I was playing soccer. Because the mind is such a unique thing. And these are the things that I love about the Eastern philosophies, or all these Asian ideologies. They teach you how about to use your own mind. We are allowed to question, like everything we are to separate. It's funny how when I said things like, when I'm out running or jogging, that's when I'm closer to God, people don't understand that. And if they do, the ego kicks in, because 26 miles is just a walk in the park. But I always say that this is all coming from a divine feminine energy. I truly believe the inner being, or me coming out of a woman's womb, that's what allowed me to do this, because I'm always saying if a woman can create life, can push out a baby, I can use my body to do anything. So that's the ideology that pushes me forward every day. I truly believe my mother was a god. I stopped believing anything else. That womb is my creator, and it has allowed me to be more respectful, and it makes this endurance running. Because every one of us, we all get our inspiration from different things. But for me, it is that woman's womb. So when I'm doing this, I don't think it compares to what a woman is doing somewhere all over the world as I speak, giving birth, creating life. What I'm doing is just a little tiny process. It's just a continuation of how I got here. So yes, let me continue this journey this morning. Morning, how are you? Man, I cannot complain. Have a great, I know, nobody listens. Have a great day, sir. Thank you. Yes. So life is all about laughter. And that is just it. Life is all about laughter. So yes, happy Thursday. Consciousness that everyone always talk about. Let's raise it. Let us take away the low vibration. Let us take away separatism. The human being, we all need to unite through collective consciousness. Just all different things. It's not making our world a better place. Let us see good in one another. We are all one, no matter what. So yes, let me continue this. Don't like holding the camera and running at the same time. That's a beautiful house. But I'm gonna say it's Thursday, right? Happy Thursday and one love.